Let's check in now with our crime correspondent, Jason Mattera. He joins us live in Los Angeles with the latest. Jason, good morning.
Good morning, John and Emma. So the curfew just lifted here in Los Angeles, downtown LA area. It was the second night in a row. It started at 8 p.m. last night. And if you're staying here, as I am in the curfew zone, you get an alert from your phone that tells you, it's time to go inside. So your phone is also doubling as a riot alert system, which of course is nice. Before the curfew was implemented, you did have clashes with these anti-ICE agitators and police officers. In fact, according to the LAPD, they were hurling rocks at them. They were setting off commercial-grade fireworks in their direction. There was riot police on horseback dispersing the crowd. There were many people who were detained who didn't obey the curfew order, but as we know now, there weren't any arrests that were made. The new development, I should say, is the potential doxing of the hotels the ICE agents are staying. That is a new development, a new thread we're going to start following. But now you have protests that are happening. I should say these agitators, the mob, showing up at hotels around the LA area where they believe ICE agents are staying. And so police are having presence at different hotels around the city. And of course, that raises the important question is if, in fact, ICE agents are staying there, who is tipping them off? Who is doxing them? So that is an important thread to follow. Behind me, of course, is the federal building where the concentration of violence has taken place. National Guard is there. The Marines is expected to join them within the next 48 hours to help protect federal personnel and federal buildings. And while this is all happening, John and Emma, you still have ICE scooping up criminal illegals. In fact, one guy, just a flag, who was arrested recently is a 66-year-old from Laos who had a conviction previously of indecent exposure and lewd and lascivious act with a child under the age of 14. So while you have these anti-ICE agitators, while you have Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom blaming Donald Trump, it's important to keep in perspective that these are the people that they are trying to keep on the streets and in the community as ICE is doing their job. So it's still early. Like I said, it's 6 a.m. The curfew just lifted, so nothing happening right now, but obviously that could change as the day goes on, and we'll keep you updated.
Initially, when these protests and in some cases riots sparked up, we saw some foreign flags being flown in Los Angeles, also burning of American flags. Has that trend continued throughout the days?
Yeah, so yesterday, as we were just watching and observing the federal building behind me, you had people throughout waving Mexican flags. That seems to be the flag of choice to be waved. But I will say this, there has been a change. If you looked at the crowd last night, even before and after the curfew went into effect, you saw a lot more American flags. So I think the memo has gone out there like, hey, it's you're not making any friends, you're not influencing any people by flying foreign flags while you're trashing ICE. So there are a lot more American flags now, which are trying to co-opt it as some type of patriotic gesture. But that seems, to me at least, a little too late, as I'm looking at tons of graffiti around me that says bleep ICE, bleep Donald Trump, and support communism.
Yeah. Wow. New strategy may be underway. Jason Mattera, stay safe. Appreciate that reporting.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.